Brinda, I think you're muted.
Yeah, could you hear me?
Yep, I think it's working now.
Okay. Can I get started?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello and welcome to the inaugural session for Leo Club. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to join us. My name is Brinda Guntur and I'm a member of the NJ Visionary Cyber Leo Club. A big part of the Leo Club is leadership. This is our third weekly series focusing on how youth can enhance their leadership.
So as Brenda said, this is part of our leadership initiative as a club. My name is Otis Chitness. I'm also a member of this club. And really what we wanted to do is throughout this whole COVID situation, quarantine, we haven't been able to interact with our fellow Leos and gain all these valuable skills. They usually come from being a Leo club member. So we decided to host this series, Lead with a Vision, so that we could hear from a number of great speakers on a number of great topics. And this session is no different. We have a great guest speaker who we're going to be introducing in a couple moments. We have a great topic and we hope you all thoroughly enjoy this. And it's a weekly series, so be sure to join us next week.
Our speaker is PID Jennifer Ware from Rapid River, Michigan, USA, who was elected to serve a 2-year term as the director of Lions Clubs International at the association's 99th International Convention, held in Fukuoka, Japan, June 24th through 28, 2016. Director Ware is a psychiatric nurse and a member of the Brampton Township Days of River AR Lions Club since 1993. She has held many offices within the association, including club secretary, club director, district governor, council chairperson, district GLT coordinator, and district site preservation and action chairperson. In recognition of her service to the association, she has received numerous awards, including the Membership Key Award, International Leadership Awards, and an International President's Award. She is also a Melvin Jones Fellow. Director Ware and her husband Jeff, also a Lion, has one daughter.
All right. Good morning, and thank you, Leo Brinda, for such a beautiful introduction. And thank you, Lion Otis, for helping support this weekly endeavor. It is really exciting. So I do want to say good morning, good afternoon, maybe good evening, depending on where you are around the world. Even though this pandemic is very difficult, I think it's great that it's able to pull us together from so many different areas. As Leo Brinda said, I'm from Michigan, and a lot of people think of Detroit or Lansing. Well, I'm actually 6 to 6.5 hours north of that. So I'm actually just south of Canada. And basically the only thing between me and Canada is Lake Superior. So it's a very unique area and I love to brag about it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And let's see how good I do. I have a lot of pressure here with all the Leos who know how to do this so very well. So the one thing that I wanted to talk with the Leos today about, and even the Lions, I think this holds true for all of us, is I'd really like us to think back to that first day that we were asked to join the club, or maybe the first meeting that we ever attended. And I know that this series is called Lead with a Vision, but a lot of Leos and a lot of Lions don't look at themselves as leaders. Oh my gosh, no, that's the person behind the microphone. That's the person whose, screen is being seen the most right now. But what I really like to tell everybody is everyone here is a leader. Everyone here wants to make the world a better place. Now, some people join for social reasons. Some people join because they do want to become leaders and maybe they don't know what that means. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about the Lions and the Leos, especially the Leos when we first get asked to join a club or when we first attend that very first meeting. All right, there we go. So the first thing that we're looking at when we become a member of a Leo club is We don't want somebody just always breathing down our neck, right? We joined because we want to do something, and we don't want somebody double guessing us. We want our autonomy. And I think that's a big thing when the Lions Club say, hey, Leos, come on and help us. And then the Leos are being the hovercopter lions, and they're monitoring every little thing that we do or that you do. And I think the one thing that I always like to try and remind the Lions is we were all your age one day. We all wanted to be independent. We all wanted to learn to be better people. And we all wanted to be autonomous. And I think that's the biggest thing that us Lions need to remember is that when we ask you to do something, let us go, right? Let you go, let you spread your wings. And you know what? If it's not perfect, guess what? Everything we've done hasn't been perfect either. So we need as Lions to let the Leos be more autonomous, be more individual. Now, the other thing that I want to remind everybody is when we did get asked to become a member, or we did come to that very first meeting, understand we're the newbies. They're the newbies, right? So when you walk into a meeting and you see somebody sitting at the back of the room all by themselves, make sure you go over and say hi to that Leo. Because how did you feel that first day that you walked into the meeting? Were you a little nervous? Did you maybe kind of stand over by your best friend for that little bit of a comfort, for that security? Don't forget to always include that newest member. And maybe that newest member isn't the youngest, right? But they're looking for that support. They're looking for that part of being a part of the club. They want to know that they are felt welcome. They don't want to be invited and then just forgotten about because it's their first meeting or second meeting. The other thing is everybody wants to look cool, right? And if we don't go over and say, hey, welcome, I'm happy to see you, maybe that person isn't going to feel like a part of that group. So make sure that we're including everybody. Maybe you don't know that newest member, but it doesn't mean that we shouldn't be the ones walking over, because guess what? We're leading by example when we go over to that newest member, when we go over to the youngest member. So think about that new member. Think about especially that freshman maybe walking in, and there's Leo Otis, who's been a member of the club for 4 years, and he's been all over the internet. And the newest member is going, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous, right? I'm so scared. And Leo Otis comes over and says, hi, new Leo, welcome to the meeting. And they're saying, oh my gosh, he said hello to me. We're leading by example because every one of us were a first day member at one time. Think about that. Not only in your Leo club, but I was a first day Lion member one day. And even our international president, Choi, was a first day member at one time. Now, isn't that an interesting thought? So when we talk about Lions as being a family, that's what I like to share, is we were all one day Lions at one time, and we were all learning one day at a time, one service project at a time. So make sure you lead by example. Go up and say hi to the new Leos, or how about the Leo that hasn't been to a meeting in a while? Maybe we should give them a call, send them a text, a Snapchat. I'm sorry, I am a little bit overwhelmed with a lot of the social media, so I don't do Snapchat and TikTok and a lot of those other ones because sometimes it's just enough for me to try and get through my emails in a day. So I am one of those older people, older Lions. But not only does leading by example help our new members, help them feel welcome, it encourages them to be a part of the group. Maybe somebody who never wanted to be the secretary of the club or the president of a club, maybe they're sitting back and thinking, wow, maybe I can do that. The other thing too is when a Lion or a Leo comes up and asks you to be a part of something, maybe to take on a leadership role, and you think, oh no, not me. Why not you? Why not you, Leos? Well, I'm scared. I've never done it before. Guess what? When I was a first day Lion in my club, I was scared too. I think I was a member for 3 years before I was asked to be the secretary of our club. I cried. Oh my gosh, Jenny, don't be so scared. I wasn't scared. Well, I was scared, but I didn't cry because of the fear. I was so honored that my club thought enough of me to step into this leadership role. How cool was that? That they thought of me, right? And that's what your fellow Leos are doing. No one asks you to step forward to watch you crash and burn. That's what Leos and Lions are about. We're asking you to step forward so you can experience this leadership role. How many times have you sat in class and the teacher calls on somebody else in the class and you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, don't call on me, right? Or when it's your turn to get up in front of the class and do a presentation. Everybody sitting there knows that they are going to be in those shoes at some time. And we all are going, come on, you can do this. Come on, you can do this, right? You don't want them to crash and burn. Well, they're thinking the same thing when you're being called upon, when you're standing up in front of the room. And I'll be honest with you, I was online like 45 minutes before the event started today. I still have a little bit of sweaty palms. My pulse is still a little bit up because I'm so excited to be a part of this event because I'm so proud of the New Jersey Visionary Cyber Leo Club. But I'm also very nervous in a sense. What do I have to say that you are going to care about? So we all still feel that way. But the more you step out of the comfort zone, the better you get at it. And if you're not stepping out of your comfort zone, odds are you're probably not challenging yourself. And I think I can ask anyone on this Zoom meeting presentation today that I will guarantee you 100% of them have been asked to step out of their comfort zone. So lead by example. Then the other thing too is we need to acknowledge, we need to recognize people for their efforts. Even if it's as small as somebody got there 5 minutes early and unlocked the door so we could have the meeting. Or what about past council chair Mahesh, who made sure that the video played before we came onto the meeting this morning. Thank you, past council chair Mahesh, for doing that. What a beautiful video. And kudos to those who put that beautiful video together. I'm still hoping to learn how to do some of that someday. But we need to recognize the efforts of everyone in our club, everyone that volunteers with us, because no act is too small. How many cogs are in a cogwheel, right? How many players are on a soccer team? How many players are on a baseball team? We need every one of them. We can't have just the quarterback, right? And we can't have just the goalie. We need a whole team to make things work. So recognizing the efforts of everybody. I love when I attend meetings and they hand out little gifts. There used to be a kudos bar that was like a protein bar. And we used to give out kudos to Lions on occasion for their efforts. Now I know that when I go through the dollar store, they have the $1 million chocolate bar. And sometimes I'll tell people that they're worth $1 million and give them that candy bar to say thank you. I haven't been a teen for a long time, and I know that things have really changed. When I was in high school, we weren't expected to volunteer like you all are, because I know that when you are filling out your university, your college applications, they are truly looking at what have you done in your role as a high school student, not only in your grades and what classes you took, but what you did outside of school. And that is a lot of pressure. Teens today, you're trying to get the best grades possible. You're trying to ensure that you're doing everything that college wants you to do and that the community wants you to do and that your parents want you to do at home and for society. It's a very difficult time. And I commend all of you for making this balance happen. And this all brings everything together and helps you be who you are. Now, I don't think anybody here ever joined Leos or Lions to say, I'm going to be the president of this association someday. And you know what? That's okay. We want everybody to day by day find out what you like, find out what you don't like. Some people may just want to be the work bee person, like PCC Mahesh's Be Kind pin. Some people want to be the leader and want to chair. Some people are excellent at being the vice chair all the time, and that's okay because they keep the chairperson going, maybe help point out some of the little things that maybe the chairperson didn't think of. So finding your way is a day-by-day example of leadership and finding out who you are. I personally never thought of becoming an international director. I had been a Lion, oh my goodness, for I don't know, 20 years, when a past international director looked at me and said, are you ready to run? And I'm like, okay, for what? And he said, international director. And I laughed. And I don't think I ever saw this past international director get upset before. But I had never thought of me, never thought of me. But when I looked back and I acknowledged all of the things that I had done, I acknowledged the things that so many mentors had helped me with, it really brought it all together. If it's something that's interesting, you need to look at it and go for it. Believe in you. The cool thing about being a volunteer is not only does it help our skills, but boy, does it help our skills in our career. When we get jobs, we can only go so high, right? But does it ever help, and has it ever helped in my communication skills? I was sharing with Leo Ogis and Leo Brinda that I am an infection control nurse for a 4 county-wide mental health agency. Now that used to be 2% of my job, and now, as you know, it's 98% of my job. It really pushed me out of my comfort zone because I was having to like live on the CDC website and do all kinds of policies and procedures. But did everything that I have done in my Lions life not only help me put that paperwork together, but it helped me communicate, because not everybody completely understands the pandemic, like the medical professionals. So Lionism has helped me greatly in my career. It helps change my outlook on life. I am so much happier as a Lion. I hear some of my Lions friends when they're looking through their Facebook, and especially during the presidential election, 75% of everything was negative. My Facebook page is filled with great Lions and Leos events from around the world on a regular basis. I have 99% happiness on my Facebook page. It improves our memory. Talk about having to remember all of these meetings and where we need to be. But it also helps my family. It's helped my daughter grow. Think of what your parents have been learning through what you have done as Leos. I'm sure that they're getting involved in things that they never thought they would be involved in, and learning things about their community, the Leos and Lions that they never thought they would learn about. And it's helping make them a better person too. I want you to seriously look at exploring your passions during this quote unquote gap year. This isn't going to be our new normal, guys and gals. We are going to get through this pandemic, okay? Are we close to it? If you think 6 to 8 months away is close, then yes, we are. But every day that we live through this is one day closer to getting back to what we used to be our normal. Explore your passions during this time. I've heard of a lot of people going online and taking free courses through different universities and colleges. Don't be afraid to volunteer. Vice President Brian Sheehan had said, don't let this pandemic be an excuse. And I want to tell you, Leos of the New Jersey Visionary Cyber Leo Club, you have not let this be an excuse. You have been a shining example of what we can do to continue to make our community and our world a better place. Not only by the service projects, by exactly what you're doing here today. I have attended the last 3 weekends with you and have just even seen this event grow in attendance and grow in ideas. So I really want to thank you for all of your time and your efforts and for doing everything you can to make yourself a better leader, even though you may not think you are one. So I just want to wrap this up, say thank you, keep doing what you're doing. And if you ever would like to reach out to me, Lion Jenny, please, you do not have to refer to me as past international director. I was a Lion one day too. I just happened to have taken on a different leadership role. That is my email address. I looked at my PDG for past district governor and I thought, well, maybe I should update that. And you know what? I'm not going to, because I'm proud of my past and where I'm going in my future. And then that, of course, is my cell phone number. You can text me, look me up on Facebook. And I just look forward to hopefully meeting all of you someday in person. And I really am excited to continue to watch your Leo Club grow. Do we have any questions?
Thank you so much for your presentation, Jenny. And I think if you guys have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat box below, and Brinda will be facilitating that. So, and while they're getting their questions ready, I think I have one question for you. What would you say is the most impactful experience you've had as a Lion?
Oh, impactful. Those are always the tough questions, right? So I'm going to share one Christmas. And you know how busy things get during the holiday time. And we were having Santa, one of our Lions. We needed to go decorate the hall. And I was feeling overwhelmed and I was questioning why I was doing this. And I just wanted to be home, being selfish, doing what I wanted to do, and not doing the service project, not presenting and helping out Santa. But I had committed. I was the chairperson of decoration, so it was a little important that I be there. And we went and we set up, and we seriously had 3 children that day. Only 3 children, but I'll tell you what, that first child that came running in with too small of a jacket on, sweatshirt and sweatpants that were so thin and worn and not very clean. And he came running around the corner and he looked at Santa and he looked at his mom and he looked at Santa and he couldn't even breathe. And I started to cry. And I thought, if we don't have another child today, I was meant to do this for even just this one child. So that taught me a huge lesson that just because you do something, it doesn't have to be for the hundreds or the thousands. We made a difference in that one child's life, that one day. And to this day, I still get goosebumps and I get tears in my eyes because something like that meant so much to that one person. Thank you for asking, like Leo Otis.
So there's a question, what is one thing you have gained from your services as LCI International Director?
I apologize, Leo. Brinda, I cannot hear you. Do you mind, Leo, just repeating that?
So the question is, what is one thing you have gained from your service as an international director?
Oh, probably one of the biggest things is not only the new friends and family that I've met worldwide, and every Lion I've met, we all have the same heart. We all have the same goal. But I have to say, it's made me learn how to do a PowerPoint. I literally didn't do my first PowerPoint till just a couple of years ago. I'm much more spontaneous in my speaking. And I know most of you will find this very hard to believe, but in high school, I was only a cheerleader because there were 7 other people on the court with me. I did not like being the center of attention. And people think, oh, that leader, they love being up there. It's so easy for them. Oh, no. Like I said, the palms are still a little bit sweaty, but you learn to use your resources, other resources, you watch other mentors, and you learn a lot. So there's just so much, and I learned so much about our international association. I thought I had a great understanding being a Lion for over 20 years. It's incredible what the Lions of the world are doing and to continue to learn about it on a daily basis. So excellent question. Thank you.
Leo, Brinda, are there any more questions?
As of right now, no.
I'm sure that they have something for you and they'd love to learn from you. I think they're just a little bit shy at this point in time. So then again, I think Jenny would love if you contacted her or friended her on Facebook. I've known her for such a long time, and she's so friendly. I hope you guys get to interact with her later after this session. But just before I turn it back over to Brinda for our vote of thanks and to close us out for today, I'd like to announce our session for next week. Next Sunday, same time, we'll be joined by Leo Lion Board Liaison, the currently serving Leo Lion Board Liaison, Juan Manuel from Uruguay, who will be talking to us about developing an impactful service project for your club, depending if you're a member of our club or wherever you are around the world. He'll be discussing how we can improve our service and really achieve our purpose as Leos and Lions. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to you, Leo Brinda.
I would like to thank our wonderful speaker director, Ware, for today. I enjoyed the program and gained more insight. And to rewatch this or any of the past meetings, please check out the YouTube channel Lead with a Vision. And thank you everyone for joining this meeting. And have a great day.
And hope to see you next week, everyone. And thank you so much, Jenny, again.
Thank you for the invitation and the time. Greatly appreciated.
For those of you that are still left in the meeting, I'd just like to announce, as part of this series, we're doing a really fun thing, which you can see the full details for on the screen. We are actually not going to be hosting after next week another one of these Sunday sessions until the new year. But in place of that, we're going to be hosting a holiday exchange to help learn about different cultures from all over the world, because that's really what our organization's all about. It's benefiting and learning from every one of the more than 1.5 million combined members that we have as Leos and Lions. So each day from December 26th to December 30th, we're going to be bringing on a cultural representative from one of the 5 major holidays that we celebrate around this time: Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Eid, and Diwali. And as part of this holiday exchange, we'll learn a little bit about their culture, how we as Lions and Leos can really participate within their respective holiday or festival around this time. And we'll also see and hear some very fun cultural representations through song and dance. We hope you all enjoy that. And I think it'll be a great session. We hope you can join us for that December 26th, December 30th. Like always, it's a 30-minute session at 11:30 Eastern Time.